What's going on, folks? We are here. Let's check this out. How you folks doing? We made it. We're still alive. And look at this son of a bitch. The fuck, I haven't been on a video. I've been like on vacation from videos almost, and this son of a bitch puts a video right before I get one. Like, he can't be stopped. Sup Thomas cannot be stopped. He got a box from China. Now I'm interested. Is it on right now? Is he on there? Is he doing something? No. Stream started. He's just waiting for me to go. And then, oh yeah, I need to put the little live thing so you know that it's live. See, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Let me edit that. Gotta make the title special here. All right. Gotta make that. Oh, wait, do I not have the ability to emoji? Yeah, there we go. There we go. I gotta fix that, because if I don't put the sirens in the title, I mean, how would you ever even know that it's live, right? That's a good thing. Good catch, Supreme Thomas. Good catch. Now we got it. Now we all together. What's going on, man? How you doing? Again, I see, like, you're always just dropping. I'm gonna come watch. I'm gonna watch your. Tell me when you go on. I want to watch you open that mystery box now. Like, I'm like, why did I even go live? He's got a mystery box to open up. Okay, so. For the hunt, for the thousands of you here, I wanted to take a look today. I wanted to kind of go. I'm gonna try to stay on for a while. I got nothing else to do better today, so we're gonna be here. If you don't put giant red emojis, people have no clue what. That's 100%, 100% agree with you there, sir. No question about it. Hold on, I want to see what this looks like. You're sick? Oh, that must have been. I haven't seen 18. You haven't done like 25 videos since my last one. It looks kind of respectable, right? Like, it only looks like you did like 2 or 3. I mean, I guess that's, yeah, it's getting bad. I got to get back on the swing. I got to get back on the horse. I'm just in such a shitty. I've been in a really, not that anybody here cares, but I've just been in a real bad headspace, and it's been hard to worry about shoes and t-shirts and things, but eventually I will get out. I'll snap out of it, and I'll be ready to go. I've been looking up some of this cool shit that we have coming down the line. We have a new Canvas Dawn drop. If you guys don't know Canvas Dawn, then you know, you should probably just get in the Discord, quite honestly. We cover all kinds of nonsense. I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna do one of these in the chat. I'm just gonna put an F in the chat for you here. Boom. So anybody that needs to jump on in, that'll be great. But yeah, so we do have Supreme. We'll be coming back sort of next week. We have the teaser, and we should get the whole the lookbook, all that stuff by the end of the week. So that we'll have stuff to do. We're gonna be back. Real life is more important than internet shit. It's hard for me to trying to make stuff in the off season when the channels are based. Yeah, exactly. Terrible, Matt. Terrible. Still nothing. No, I had some good interviews last week, but I haven't heard back, so I felt like I did really well. I know something will fall here. It feels like whatever the issue was, it feels like that's kind of clearing up. I almost think I should do a video for people that are looking for work. I found a few techniques that I wasn't doing originally that have really, really helped out. So I was thinking of actually making a little video. I feel like it'd be weird. Tell me if I'm wrong. I kind of have made this channel a Supreme channel, and I would love it to just be kind of like a me channel, because that's stuff that I like, all this stuff. And it would make it easier to just go on all the time and be like, hey, this is what I'm thinking right now. Like today, again, I want to take a look at some of the, you know, potential, what we could potentially see out of Supreme for the next few, maybe some collabs. You know, I was trying to work on, you know what, I found this stupid tier list site. I know this is not like something new, like YouTubers do it all the time, but then I started fooling with it, and I thought this might be fun to play around with. Well, they do have a clothing tier one. I have to make my own though. I was wanting to do something with with this last season, right? So with the spring summer 24 season, I thought it'd be fun to do like a tier list with all the stuff. But maybe when we get the lookbook, if you guys are willing and will sit with me through it, I might try to set up a tier list for lookbook items. So like the day after, I'm sure it's, I don't know how easy or hard it is to set these up. I imagine you have to put images in here. Yeah. So yeah, it probably just takes a little bit, but I think that might be fun. We'll try to do a tier list with the items that show up in lookbook. Maybe we can do them by type. So like jackets, I'll get some videos out of it. But I definitely will have to set these up. So whenever the lookbook comes out, I can set that up and try to do that maybe next week or next weekend even. But that might be fun. So I thought maybe we could fool around with one of these today, since now first, after 75 years of people using these, finally found them. So I thought that was kind of fun. Excuse me. And then I thought I would throw up on you guys for no reason in the middle of the stream. That's what that was doing. No, but then I was going to look at some of the shoes. Really, still, shoes? I mean, there's not a ton of stuff. We have got another Yeezys are coming out again. This is the craziest shit I've ever seen, technically, because, like, for a brand that doesn't want to be associated with a certain person for whatever reason they don't want to be associated with him, they seem to make his shoes an awful lot. I mean, if Jordan and Nike split up, you would not see Nike making any more Jordans. Like, they wouldn't find... The way that Adidas is making it seem... Hold on, I want to see if we can... We had something on here about it too, right? There was like another post. That's why I saw it on Live Cop. Yeezy's coming back again. See, that was from... Oh, that's today from... Oh, see? I'm cutting news. Cutting edge news. Here we go. This was... Matt, you posted this, right? Adidas Bjorn Gluten. Bjorn Fergen Schmergen Flurgenbergen. That's what his name is. Bjorn Fergen Schmergen Bergenfergen says that he confirms that Yeezys will continue throughout 2024. Adidas still has around 150 million in Yeezy inventory to sell. When FTP? Bro, do you know when FTP is? I believe FTP, I'm calling it. I think it'll be the end of August. So it's either going to be the second to last week or the last week. They wanted to do a launch in July from word around the campfire. They wanted to do a launch in July. And now it looks like they were moving warehouses, so I'm pretty sure that they'll get it in the next few weeks. I'm assuming the end of August, so like the the third or fourth week of August is kind of where I'm believing that this will land. FTP's pretty cool though. I think that I can't remember if it's Tuesday or Wednesday, but they're really strict with how they give out their information. You'll see a picture on like a Wednesday. You'll see the lookbook on, it's either, I think it's Wednesday, then lookbook on Friday, then they launch on Saturday, and you really don't get to see everything. The FTP lava lamp will be coming out when that launch happens. That is for sure. Just for you guys, let's see here. I know we have it in here. I think it's in weekly count. No, sorry, Streetwear news. Oh, that's kind of cool. Look at this. The Wrangler. Wow. One day they should do the OJ Simpson white Ford Bronco. That should be the next big one. They got some cool slippers too. These FTP slippers. I kind of like the bear joints. Those are kind of cool. I mean, I don't really know how. Oh, Palace, and we got Palace coming out too. Dang, I should have put their logo on there. Do a tier list of jobs available on LinkedIn. Yeah, great. 0. They'd all be at the bottom. They'd all be down at the bottom of the list. Job availability tier list on LinkedIn. I should go there. I don't want it. I don't know what info it has when it pops up though. Hold on. Let me see it. We'll look at. I think LinkedIn is like. So I actually want to do another video just on like a whole like thing about job stuff, but I can't tell you. I cannot tell you the most. LinkedIn is the most cringe social media network of all of them. And for its purpose of finding work and looking for jobs, things like that, I think it's fine, right? It's okay. But the people that try to utilize LinkedIn as a as a social network, like as a place to, where are we at here? All right, I don't think it matters. I think I'm good. I'm gonna try not to show you my stuff. I think it's all good. But to me, like who are the people that are posting all this shit on LinkedIn? Like why do you need to post something about the Olympics, right? Like, and 3,000 people. But okay, great. This person doesn't do anything with the Olympics, but yet they're posting about the Olympics. Joshua Fluke. I think I saw that guy. Did he do one recently that kind of popped off? No, it won't be Saturday. FTP is probably going to be the end of the month because they're moving warehouses, or they were just moving warehouses. I would assume no earlier than the second week of August. I would actually say probably third or fourth week of August is when they'll do that release. There's a guy here too. Look, I don't give a fuck if you know who he is. Nobody knows who he is anyways. This is a guy that I used to work with. Now this guy makes some of the dumbest fucking posts. Look at, I want to get a hold of this fucking guy. That's not that bad. But my favorite post is one that he made. Oh, I wanted to find his shit. It doesn't even matter. But people are so fucking cringe on this thing. Like, nobody wants to know. Nobody cares. Like, first off, why would you post some of this shit on LinkedIn at the end of the day? Like, why would you be posting, I don't know, just random shit. Like social media type shit on LinkedIn. No, he was posting, my favorite thing was he posted a whole post about not having to reply or personal work hours or something. I guess, but like nobody cares what your status on LinkedIn is unless they're looking for a job, unless you are hiring for a job. Otherwise, it is the most, it's not really, I don't even, like when somebody says, on the job postings, they ask you where you found the job, and it's usually hidden under social to say LinkedIn. So I don't even think of it as a social media network. I think of it as like it's for business. Like you would want to connect to people that could, you know, potentially one day come in handy for you, or just connecting with people that you worked with to pay it, to be nosy. You can kind of nose up where they're going with it, but I don't know. It's so funny how crazy it gets with that. But anyways, okay. So I wanted to talk about some of the the Supreme stuff first off, right? We have they're under new management, right? We got new owners, new everything, and they're going to be giving us their first look of the season next week on the 6th, which is Tuesday, right? Yeah, we should get it on Tuesday. Then usually we get, I feel like, I didn't look at the thing, but the lookbook will probably pop out on Monday or something like that. I use ZipRecruiter personally and Glassdoors for the entertainment purpose. Glassdoor is fair, yeah. ZipRecruiter, I'll look them up. I haven't fooled with them really. I've been dealing with a bunch of recruiters though. Like I've had like 3 or 4 interviews back at Disney, and then I keep like, I don't know. I mean, you know, we saw Elon. They just don't want they don't need white males over there. Maybe. I feel like when you get called out by it though, it should make a backwash where they're like, oh, we gotta hire some white males so we don't get in trouble. But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. I definitely felt like I had 2 really good interviews at the end of last week. and I believe I was at the beginning of the hiring processes of both of those. So it'll be great. I just need to, yeah. My we should be fine, but yeah, I'd like to have a job. I'm kind of sick of not having one, and most of these are sort of half remote, 2 days in or something like that. So I'm sure their days in will be like Thursday mornings, right? But either way, we'll figure it out, and it'll give me more of an idea of like schedule for this as well, right? Like I should just be going live and being on stream like all day every day, but I am not. FTP, yeah, Jazzy. I'm thinking FTP is going to be the end of this month because they just did a move. They moved their warehouses, so all the shit that they're gonna send to you got moved right in the middle of this first launch. They were going to do it earlier. Hold on one second. They were gonna do it earlier, but then the whole moving of their offices and stuff. Oh shit, my bad. Had to go lay down the smack down. Tell people to be quiet. Cause I can't hear. I can't hear my talking. My important speak. Yeah. So FTP is going to be towards the end of the week, I think. If anything. I'm sorry, end of the month. I would bet probably the 3rd or 4th week of the month. So that's where we're at. The Canvas Don stuff's cool. He's got the little car coming out, the white Ferrari set. So there you go. Canvas Don. He's always making some cool little Legos there. And then, really, I didn't see any good shoes from Nike coming out that maybe... I don't know. Maybe these I like. I like these. These weird low Ford bike shoes. Say bike on the back. I think those are cool. But I mean, there's just not a lot really dropping shoe wise, at least from Nike. I know, like I said, we talked about Adidas, right? They're dropping Yeezys. They're just gonna keep on dropping Yeezys. Oh, let me scoot over. They're just gonna keep on dropping Yeezys. This shoe was really popular, and then, I mean, this is not my words, but I guess some people found out that there was like, hey, to each their own. But apparently, there's like some dudes kissing on the back of the tongue here, and I think like the resell of these just kind of took a dump. Let me see. I thought they were doing really well, and then somebody's like, those things have dudes kissing on them. I'm like, they look kind of cool to me. And then the lace holders, I think people didn't like these stupid lace holders because they kind of felt like they looked weird. But I don't know. This kind of looks Picasso-y to me. I don't really have a big problem with them. But then yeah. So then the whole like, this whole guy is just kind of goofy, anyways. This is Jeff Chung. Very, very crazy on the one side. Yeah, FTP dropped late August. Yeah, FTP will drop late August, and I'll get it in the mail by Thanksgiving. That's correct. Yes, that's actually asking a lot. You think you're gonna get it by Thanksgiving? You might get it you'll definitely get it before Christmas. So if like you're buying them for Christmas, you'll be okay. You'll be fine with that. People found out they're sus SBs. Yeah, they are kind of sus now, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. I still kind of like them. They look cool. I bet they're nice shoes. And I don't know. I wanted them, and then Highland and all the people in the Discord were kind of making fun of me for wanting them, and they said that, oh, you want some shoes with some dudes kissing? And it's like English or Spanish, and I'm like, You can't move now. Can't move. So, you know, I don't know what to do. This was my goal. Like again, I'm not really buying anything, but I've had a $200 gift card on sneakers that someone gave me for Christmas that they have not taken my money yet. Like they know that they already have it, I think. So they're like, we already have that money. We don't need it. Got my money right. About to be a cold winter on these hoes. Coupe de Grace. At least somebody in here's got their money right. Damn sure isn't me. Damn sure isn't Jazzy Dabs. Chris, maybe. Maybe Chris. If Bert's still here, no shit, Bert's got his fucking... Bert's got his wallet on point. Matt, I don't know. I think he spends too much on Fortnite, potentially. But, yeah. Hey, I wanted to play around with this. Let's, you guys pick one of these. Let's do a tier list. Let's do an easy one. You want to do Disney World attractions? Oh, sneakers of 2020. This is a good one. Okay. There's a lot of shit on here that I wouldn't. Tops. Oh, this is like in French too. Good lord. Good lord. Top tier childhood snacks. Childhood snacks. Australian soft drinks. What? This is crazy. This is crazy. Paris? Oh, we got the Olympics this week. Did you guys watch that shit? Did you watch the beginning of the Olympics? Holy crap. I was like, let's watch some guys carrying the flags. And then I saw a dude carrying a flag, or a lady dude carrying a flag, which was his testicles hanging out of his pants. And some naked blue dude and a big fat Jesus. That's all I saw. That was wild. I mean, again, it is what it is. Like, I don't really care, but like, what does that what did any of that have to do with the fucking Olympics? I don't even know. It was wild. It's wild how, like, I find, like, it's like everything is just being pushed, right? Like, every little look up the trend. No, I saw that. Yeah, how there's two boxers that are men that the Olympics allowed to fight women in the women's division. Like, they don't even try to dress like a woman. Like, the one dude had a beard. Where is it? Yeah, we'll boxer who had gender test issues wins first Olympic fight in Paris when opponent quits. Gender test issue. All right. Team Italy reacts after abandoning her. What did she do? Thomas Anderson won silver medal in international boxing 2022. The same governing body disqualified her from last year. Oh, okay, that's the... I'm trying to find a better one. The Olympics is a joke. I mean, so there's two things to the Olympics, right? You have the athletes who are some of the best, well, they're all the best athletes in the entire world, right? So the actual competition side, except for when you have a dude that you let box women, I mean, that, like, quite honestly, like, sure, there's some things that it doesn't actually matter, but boxing is not one of those. But there's two guys, so, like, I can tell you, like, yeah, this is the woman. This is the female boxer. So do you see? Is there anything that looks like even trying to look like a woman? Because, like, you're not even trying to look like it. Keith beat Angela Carini in 46 seconds in Olympic boxing this morning by breaking her nose. This is not only unfair, but can be deadly. And again, I'm not really... I don't see why you wouldn't... the Olympics as a committee is a joke. Yeah, the athletes... They make billions and billions of dollars, and the athletes get $0. It's very similar to college sports, right? They're all supposed to be amateurs, but yet LeBron James can play now. So I don't really understand why you wouldn't be giving all of the athletes a stipend or something. Because if they just said, the Olympics is... having that gold medal as an athlete is the number one pinnacle thing to do. Like if you win a gold medal, you can go talk to people for the rest of your life about achieving gold and all this bullshit, right? So they should be giving the athletes some money. And so I do know that like Olympic athletes, I believe they get paid money. It's not much, but like if you're in the US association at least, I know that you're getting paid to do that as a job. It's not a lot of money, but most of your expenses are paid as well. So you're getting maybe, I don't know, probably like 40 or 50 grand, maybe not even that much. But they are paying a lot of times, not all the time. They're paying for your room and board and food and all that stuff. Most athletes, though, probably are not in that situation. So I'm like, maybe... The ones that probably don't need it are completely 100% athletes. So they are like, again, LeBron James, he makes more money off of his sponsorships than his actual jobs. And I would say, like, again, these are old, but like Lindsey Vonn, right? Or Michael Phelps, he probably made a lot more money from sponsorships, obviously, than what stipend you get on the Olympics. But again, everything DoorDash on the side, good workout. You're right, and they could, especially for runners, right? Like a marathon guy, you could just pick up DoorDash and not have a car. That'd be, hey, and you're killing two birds with one DoorDash stone. You run to the McDonald's and then you run back. You kind of get a little bit of that like fast food feel, right? Because you went there and you picked up food. He probably snuck a fry, maybe. I would. I know Bill Jones takes a bunch of stuff, but yeah. So that's pretty crazy, quite honestly. Here's the match, actually. So look, which one is the guy? There we go. What's the best drops this winter, hands down? I mean, we got FTP coming. We're going to have some good... Solid, straight right hands. That's just another woman out there. That's just a really petite... Look at how sexy that lady is, by the way. Huh? Which one of you guys? Who wants some of that? Who wants to get a date with that thing? Holy shit. By provably breaking her nose. That sucks too for a girl. You don't want your nose broke, but you're a boxer already, so I mean, what are you gonna do? Yeah, but that's wild. It's wild that you would allow that in the Olympics. I really feel bad for... I mean, again, even with the that swimmer shit, right? With the girl, I forget who it was, what the fucking names were. I don't really care. FTP, Palace, Autumn, Supreme Jordan. Yes, that's right. Supreme Jordan. We should get some Supreme Jordans. The gold medal. You know what's awesome about this? Chris, do you want to know what's awesome about this year's gold medals? I don't know if anybody told you. I don't know. I don't know if anybody told you. But look at this. Do you see this chunk of metal in the middle? Do you see that? This is the coolest shit it's going to make you want to go buy one. The chunk of metal in the middle of this is part of the Eiffel Tower. So they took a section of the Eiffel Tower and sliced it very thin, and each Olympic medal has a chunk of the Eiffel Tower on it. Isn't that fucking cool? Wouldn't that would make me really want to get one of these medals. This is the coolest. These are the coolest because of that. But also, their color is like it's the tone and everything. These are probably we looked them up. These are probably the coolest medals that they've ever made. Plus, they have a piece of the Eiffel Tower stuck inside of it. Isn't that'd be so cool? I'd be wearing that shit around all the time. If I won a gold medal, by the way, it'd never come off. I'd never take it off. I would never take it off. I would just walk around. I'd go to the grocery store with it on. I'd be like, it's my medal. I want a fucking gold medal. What'd you win it in? Curling? What? Doesn't matter. I have one and you don't. Do my laundry now. I'm an athlete. I'm an athlete. I need more of them. But yeah, it's like a piece of the Eiffel Tower. A piece of the Eiffel Tower in every medal. See? That's so cool. They took a piece of the Eiffel Tower. That seems like something the fucking French would do too. Let's cut up the Eiffel Tower. It's the only thing we have. The idea was we'll put a croissant in each one, and then it was like, oh no, let's put a baguette in there, and then they're like, no, let's make them all out of old bicycles and striped shirts, and then they're like, you know what? Let's just take the Eiffel Tower. Fuck it. We got nothing else. We got nothing else to give. The French are. I knew this was going to be a clusterfuck as soon as I heard where it was going to be, and my outings in France. There's no way that I just showed up in places and it's just randomly bumblefuckery, because the French barely can fucking get the day to finish and be done. They are one of the most stubborn human beings on earth, and they will never. They could run into a fucking wall 7 times and be mad at the wall for not having a door. That's what they do. What country would do better? Shit. I'm sure ours is. I can't wait. Ours is going to be just as bad. I mean, unless. Because it's coming to LA next, I think, right? Like, that we're going to have naked drag queens reading stories to kids while they're carrying the torch. So, I mean, we're going to do it worse. I thought that the one that China did, now if we're just talking opening ceremonies, I felt like the one that China did was crazy. Like, it was intimidating, and it was also like, wow, that was amazing. The London one I didn't feel like was a very good opening ceremony. Japan I think did a pretty good one, but yeah, I think China, that one in China, like I sat and watched the whole thing and I was like, man, that's awesome, and it felt like a Cirque du Soleil show almost, whereas this just was. The problem is, it's not the athletes, right? It's not the Olympics. It's the people like running the organization, the people that put on the actual Olympics in the town. So yeah, it's what I keep thinking about, right? The China one, where they're like, I have the whole fucking stadium with like boom, 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 boom. It's wild. And it was I felt like that was at a time too where. It was a while ago, but I remember watching them like, man, China is fucking on point right now. Like, if they can get, I was just thinking, if they can get all those motherfuckers in that stadium to hit drums at the same time, just think about what they can do with the military or something, right? Like, that's just for a dance for the Olympics, bro. Like, golly, I hate to have to fight against them for anything. But, that said, and they had a good. I think they had cool. Here. Let's look them up. I wish that's a tier list to do, the Olympic medal tier list. I might try to do that. Give you a good video. But I would say that these are the coolest ones. But let's look at. Let's see. Olympic medals history photos. Okay. About the medals. All medals. Here we go. Past games. We have Beijing 2022. Is this winter? I don't want winter. I just want. Does winter count, guys? Can I ask you a question? If somebody came up to you and they said, "Hey, I'm an Olympian with a gold medal," and you go, "What sport?" and they tell you it's something from the Winter Games that isn't like ice skating or hockey, and then do you go like, "Oh, well, that's neat." Like, but if somebody comes up to you and be like, "Yeah, I won the 100 swimming. I won anything in the regular Summer Olympics," you're better off. All right, okay, all the Summer Olympics. I don't even know if I watched any Olympics when they were in Rio, because I don't think I was able to. 2016. I've no recollection of the Rio one for some reason, so I totally skipped that one. And I thought, 2008. I'm fucking going out of my mind here to say that 2008, and that's a cool one too. To be honest with you, 2008 right here. This is a cool medal. I don't know why they don't have the other one, but Tokyo is interesting. It has like a front and a back. Is that the silver maybe? Yeah. But they're kind of plain. This one in Beijing's kind of cool. That one's kind of cool. But then the rest of them are just like, they look like big giant coins. This Moscow one feels cool. It looks super clean. This is the old one. Mexico City 68. Oh, these are all really old. Some of the old ones are cool. Like Rome. That'd be a cool one to have. An old from 60 in Rome. Melbourne. These are all, now they're all kind of the same. They just were the same. They started Los Angeles, Amsterdam, 28. 48. Wait, 36. This was the one in Berlin. Yeah, and now they let the Nazis participate in the Olympics, and now they won't let Russians. I don't understand it. Antwerp, 1920. Where's the first one? Athens in 1896. Look at those. Those look like coins. St. Louis in 1904. Huh, I didn't know that. So we had the third Olympic Games, or modern Olympic Games. I didn't know that. Makes sense, though. And then Los Angeles. Los Angeles has had it multiple times. So 1. London's had it 1,000,000 times. Rome. 2. Los Angeles has had it 2. This will be the 3rd time in Los Angeles. London. 1. It's like London gets it every 10 years, or every 10 tries. 2. Yeah, 3. They've had 3 already. So we'll be tied. Go Los Angeles. We're going to be tied. We're going to be tied. All right, let's do this. I want to try to pick one. Worldwide airlines, brands, luxury designer brands, okay? Let's do this. You guys going to help me? Balenciaga. Okay, well, what is great? What do we have on this list? Let's try to find a great. Okay, oh, Supreme's here. That's nice. Like Levi's, like I'm not putting that on great. Zara, that's low. I mean, like, do we say, is Louis Vuitton, are we saying that's a, do we put that all the way to, like, legendary? Is this legendary as far as this list goes? I think it is. I think that would be legendary. I'm just trying to get a baseline here. So we pick, I think Louis Vuitton goes to legendary. Let's just say that. Maybe they don't. Maybe they'll move down, but I'm trying to get like a pulse here. And I'm going to say, like, we're going to have something on the bottom. Never heard of it, because I think I've heard of all of these. Or I do know what they are, at least. Maybe Levi's? Maybe Levi's goes to the bottom. I think that's where we go. Zara maybe is, I don't know Zara that well. I'm gonna do Levi's at the trash level. They're not trash though. I think Levi's is a good average, right? I think that's it. Like H&M, like that might be dead on average, but I think it's in bad. I think I'd put it there. North Face, I think North Face is a, man, sometimes it can be great, but I think North Face, I put it a little, it's better than Levi for sure. What about Guess? DeBrew's Live? No! Okay, let's check it out. We can come back to this. This is important. DMX drop. Y'all gonna make me lose my bruise. Up in here. Up in here. Let's check it out. The bruise. It said the bruiser. I don't want the bruise. The bruise? Oh, no. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the bruise. DMX. Look at this. This is quite a hat, man. This is quite a hat. That's got a lot going on. One Love Boomer. Rough Riders. Boy, he tried. I think he did too much with this. I mean, you just really don't need to do too much. There's so much going on in these. It's a cool shirt. I like the Bruise stuff. My problem is, guys, I like the Bruise. I like him. I like a lot of his stuff. I don't like the rugs. Like, I'm not gonna tell you to buy these rugs. These don't look great. Problem is, a couple of shirts that I've gotten from him have they do not, you have to really like hand wash these things. The graphics will peel off if you don't take care of the shirts. I ruined 2 shirts that I got from him by doing that, and they're so expensive, quite honestly. Sorry. I've gotten a few shirts from him, and they're cool. Awesome shirts. But now I'm worried because, like, if they just get put into the... Sometimes things just go into the laundry. I'm using the wrong hand again. Sometimes things just get into the laundry in my house because I'm not on top of that sometimes. So nobody else cares about t-shirts or how they're going to end up. So most of my t-shirts are fine, right? Like the Supreme ones, the Palace ones, I've not had a problem, and they just go through the laundry like normal. Don't care. And I have so many shirts, not a big deal. These ones were kind of expensive, and I think like to end up with this shirt in your house, it's closer to $80 if you just buy it with the shipping and everything like that. So when I had the Shining one, actually is the one that I really liked from him. It was a long sleeve, huge print on everything, and it kind of like peeled off. So but yeah, so there we go. The Bruise. What can you do? What can you do? This guy's pretty cool. But all right, this is important, guys. Larry, I might need your help. Hopefully you're still around. I've got this tier list. I'm trying to learn live voting poll. How do you do that? Please log in first. Okay, we'll have to figure that out. I'm gonna get this account set up here. View community rank. This is community rank. Oh, this is. I don't think this is a good ranking. I don't think this is a good ranking at all. Like North Face is legendary. I don't think they're legendary. I don't think you can put North Face with Louis Vuitton. I might can move them up to great, but I don't feel like they're great anymore. You know what? New Balance? I'm going to put New Balance. I'm going to put them. Right now, I'm going to put them right there. Oh, really? H&M? Let's check it out. Let's check it out. New in clothes. Oh, yeah. This is I saw that, yeah. It's not bad. I mean, the prices are... That's what the one thing about H&M, they got good prices. Right? This is the stuff, right? Because you posted that today. Yeah, that's actually pretty good deals there. So not a bad group of pickups if there's something here you wanted. $29 for an oversized shirt. Look, dang, these sold out quick. This is a nice shirt for $30. Actually, might be. Dang, this stuff's going, huh? Kind of wanted some of the pants. Look at those pants. They're fucking kind of cool. V-neck sweater. Shirt. Cargo jeans. I kind of dig those. Larry, do you like those jeans? Those are kind of cool. It's busy, but they're kind of cool. I kind of dig those. It's a good collab. And it's really good prices. Wow, leather pants. You can get some leather pants. Relaxed jeans, $59. Wow. Oh, these are kind of cool too. No, these are gone. These are going, gone. That'd be my size right there. All right. No, I'm like, yeah, they already took mine. I'd be right in here. One of these two. These are cool jeans. Yeah, they're cheap. That's why. I mean, they're fucking designer jeans that H&M's selling. This coat, man, this is cool too. Damn. This is a good collab. We should have been talking about this a little bit more, huh? I dig it. This shirt's cool too. It's $19. Why not? The black one. Oh my god. I don't know if I like those cargo pants are giant. I do like the regular pants. These are cool. This is a cool collab. H&M, get there now. Go jump on it. It's cheap shit, man. Or, well, I mean, not cheap shit. It's just, it's well-priced things. Oversized fit cotton sweatshirt. That's not bad either. Like, I like the colors. It looks good. It's not too... Is this a zip up? No, it's just a regular hoodie. Oversized fit hoodie. Ooh, I like the wash on that. Looks cool. I like this. This wash is nice too. This is a cool looking shirt, man. It's a little busy, but I like the wash. Hey, man. Can't say anything wrong with those. Yeah, the jeans seem to have straight leg relaxed fit jeans. I think these are the jeans that I would want. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad, but they went fast. Uh-oh. Getting emails, getting texts. Woo! Yeah, man, y'all should hit that. H&M, what is it? Bravado Jean-Michel Baptiste. Basquiat. H&M. I don't speak French. That's the problem. Jean-Michel Baptiste. Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff indeed. Pretty cool stuff indeed. All right. Let's keep going here. Tommy Hilfiger. What do you think? Where would you put, like, for this Supreme? I'm going to put it in good. I'm going to put it there. I don't know why I put New Balance up there. You're like Off-White, right? Even Off-White now, it's like, because it's too expensive and it's not from your boy. I'm talking about right now. Adidas. They're like bad or average. I'm going to put them on average for now. Balenci. You guys like the Balenci? Well, I'm going to put Balenci. I'll put them in. You know what? Yeah, okay, whatever. I'll give it to you. Guess. I'm not wearing any Guess stuff right now, so I don't know who that is. Boo-hoo. I don't know who that is. Women's clothing, plus size clothing. Is that what it is? Yeah, you can. That's some bullshit. That can stay there. CDG. Where would I put CDG? I'll put them under good. I think they're just getting kind of old. Stone Island. You know what? I'm gonna put them up in great. I think these companies in great are doing good right now. Burberry. I think they're good. I don't really know this one, but it's probably a high-end place, right? I'm not sure about Ted Baker. I don't know Ted Baker. ASOS. Now I should know them. Prada. Okay, we'll do Prada. I'll put them. I don't think that they're with these guys. Their costs are like these guys. I mean, I'll put them there. I feel like it's fine, and I could put like these guys probably have to go up there. Fendi. I'm putting Fendi down a level. Same with Armani. Might even be like, I don't know. That's kind of bad now. You know, like these are their glasses. They should. Nah, maybe they go up here, right? I don't know. Maybe they don't. Well, I'll put them there. Gucci. We'll put Gucci at the top. I think Gucci gets to be at the top. Lacoste. You know, I feel like there's gonna be more. I feel like we're gonna get a resurgence of the alligator. I do. Chanel. I feel like it's right here for me. I don't think it's legendary. I don't think it's like Versace. I still think we can put that there. It's fallen, but Jordan. I mean, are we gonna put them at great right now? I mean, they're not really. You know what? They're not really performing. They're the best shoe brand right now, but CP Company. I put them with great for sure, And Nike. Where should we go to Nike? I'm gonna put Nike there as well. I might even put Nike by themselves if we're not talking about just Jordan here and Nike here. Nike might go down to average. Puma, it's below those two for sure. Bad. Vans, I think Vans are fine. Like Vans are still doing their thing. Under Armour, like I don't know. I'm gonna put them down here. I don't want anything Under Armour. TK Maxx, yeah. I don't even know half of these. A lot of these. Oh, Polo. What do you think? Polo, Ralph Lauren. I'll put them like average. Same with these guys. Like they used to be good, but Palm Angels. I think they can go up there. Maybe. Maybe here. Maybe round out. They're close. I think that they have some problems though. Some of the other ones I don't know. I don't really know anything about. I know Dior, but I don't like Dior. I got a meeting, Font, but be back. Yes, sir. I'll be around. I'm here. I'm trying to figure this list out. Nobody's helping me. I feel like this is a pretty solid lay of the land right now for what we've got. I want to do like we should do like a Supreme. I'm going to try to do a Supreme collaboration tier list. That might be interesting. We could use these for that. I think that it still works, though. I think, like, legendary collabs. I would move stuff around, though. Like, if this was a... Okay, so let's do that. How do you redo this? I just reset it. Presentation mode. Change background color. I have to learn how to use this. All right. Don't need that. All right. Designer brands tier list. Is it just going to give it back to me? Okay. All right. Yeah, here we go. Let's do it again. We're going to do... This is going to be a Supreme collaboration tier list. Okay? Supreme collaboration tier list. I have to run and grab something. Bing bong, Manny. All right, you ready? Let's start this Supreme collaboration tier list. I think that we can, again, I want to set a basic standard here. I think the number one Supreme collaboration that we could get, I'm going to go back to Louis Vuitton, right? That's going to be probably the best one. I never heard of it for me in this one. This is a women's brand, so that would be terrible. I think that would be terrible. Let's get rid of the bad ones first. I'm just trying to see Ted Baker, London. I don't think I want to see that on Supreme. I don't even have to look at it. This is probably no good. Lyle and Scott, don't know. We might have to look them up. Kenzo, Paris, Celine. I think that's a girl thing too. I'm just trying to get rid of some of the ones that it just wouldn't make sense at all. And yeah, okay, I think we're close. So yeah, I'd say Louis Vuitton up top. The top is probably the easiest thing to do because I'm gonna say yeah, Gucci. People would love to see Supreme Gucci. Average would be Supreme, right? That's just what you normally get. Versace. That's legendary. I also will go with the Jordan one. I'm gonna put Jordan in legendary. And I'm going to put Nike in good because we've had such terrible ones so far. Hello, what's going on? We're doing a Supreme collaboration tier list. Well, if you guys need help. Zara. You don't think Zara? All right, we'll put it there. We'll put Zara in never heard of it or trash. I mean, it's the same thing. Never heard of it and trash is probably the same thing. What do you think? Prada, Fendi, or Chanel? Where do we go with these guys? What would Supreme Fendi? I'm not sure if it's definitely a good collab, but I don't know if I would put it in the legendary, right? Like these ones up here to me are always going to do well if they did that. Maybe even a Dior. I don't know. I'm probably thinking Dior's here too. Zara is Target. Yeah, okay. That's what I figured. These are just brands, so I'm just grabbing a tier list that's about like brands. Balenciaga, I think that would be a legendary tier for Supreme to do collaborations with. Right? I think so. Tom Ford, that would be okay. It's because it's still nice, but it'd be like suits and stuff. Stone Island, we always love Stone Island. They haven't been great every time. I would put it here normally, but I think next time it might fall down to good. I don't know. Hugo Boss, I mean, that would probably be on the bad side or average. Calvin Klein, we already saw that with Palace. I don't like that. Balmain, forget what kind of clothes these are. Canceled Supreme collab. Oh, because of all the shit that they did. Yeah. Oh, New Balance. If they did a New Balance collab, I'm gonna put it in legendary for now. Well, maybe great. It's not legend. It's not Balenciaga, but I think a New Balance collab would really hit hard. North Face, recently, I'm just going to put it with good because we've seen so many of them. Levi's would be good, too. I think it'd be cool to have a nice Levi's collaboration with Supreme. I could see that doing well. Converse, do we do that? I think that I don't know. I could see Converse being good, but they probably wouldn't sell. It'd be like a Vans thing. So I put them here, right? Lacoste. You know what? I'm gonna put Lacoste here. I think that would be a really cool Supreme collaboration. Okay, yeah, I thought it was expensive. Is it men's stuff? I could look it up, I guess. I don't buy from them. Balmain. Official boutique. Okay, this would be good. I think this would work. Do they have dudes though? Is it just girls? Yeah, whatever. Just go to a site. I don't care. Is it just for women? Because if it's just women's clothing. Yeah, I didn't have it on here. I'll have to make a better one. I don't see fucked. We could probably do like another one with streetwear brand. Oh, Off-White would probably do well, right? I don't know if I like Off-White as much, but that would do well. Palm Angels, I think that would do well too. Obviously Burberry, that would do well. Did already. Adidas, I mean, I would say because they haven't really done it, right? I think it would probably do okay. Yeah, I'd probably be here. Adidas sucks. I mean, I'll put these guys up here, but it's like they mostly do girl stuff, right? Off-White is trash? You're gonna say trash. I think that if they did an Off-White Supreme collab, though, it would be like legendary status. Purple would do well. Yeah, I think that they would. Montana and Supreme would hit. What about H&M? Supreme H&M. It would go to H&M, though. I don't think it would happen. I don't think it could happen. It would be kind of cool, though. It would be good for the brand. CP company. I'd love to see a. I think that would be great. A CP company one. Chanel or Prada. Would Prada or Chanel be legendary? You think? A Prada collab. It's for more lady stuff. I feel like Prada still kind of goes here. And I'm going to say the same for Chanel because I think it's just more like a women's brand. So, yeah, it could be really good, but I would say, eh. Did you see these, though? Manny, just check this out. This whole H&M collab that they put out today, it was really good. The one that Larry was talking about. I thought that these are really nice. This is a really good collection, and it's cheap. You know what? I thought they did, and there's stuff that Supreme makes a lot of stuff that kind of looks like them. What about Tommy Hilfiger? What kind of? Isn't there a better one? Like streetwear brands, maybe. Streetwear brands. This isn't really that good either, but we could do that. All right, where do you put Supreme on this list? Where do you put Supreme right now on this list? I mean, of the ones that are here, look, boom and boom. So this is maybe I would put them together. I would probably put Palace here. Thrasher doesn't really. They're a cool brand. I mean, they'd be like medium, I guess. I don't know. I don't think Off-White's doing it as much anymore. I think Nike's fine. I think Adidas is below Nike. What's this brand? Champion? I mean, whatever. Sure. I don't know. Like, I don't know. There's not enough stuff there for me on that one. Brands. Hype streetwear brands. Thrasher C. Oh, here's Hype streetwear brands. Okay. So who goes in the top of this? Vlon, do we put them in trash? Louis Vuitton is a Hype streetwear brand now. And so is Versace. And Gucci. Okay, well, those are streetwear brands, apparently. This goes below everybody. Fear of God. Okay, yeah, maybe we can put... I'm trying to kind of lay the land here. I think those can be together. I mean, quite honestly, like, what's Supreme doing right now? They'd have to kind of come up on me. I'd say Palace is a little below them. I mean, Stone Island makes good shit. They're expensive. Jordan, I'd put here. Nike's there. Adidas down here. Where do you put Bape? Off-White? You put Off-White next to them? What's wrong, Manny? You just don't like them? Vlone, too. I mean, these guys are probably average. Bape, I guess they get to stay with Supreme. Yeezy, obviously, S tier. Champion. And I don't know Vetements, so I'll put him there since I don't know that one. Vetements. Okay, that's what I would say. What do you think? Anything needs to be jostled around? Do we put Supreme up here? Or, I mean, they do I still like them better than these guys. I probably would say that. I would say that for me. Yeah. And maybe I'd put everybody else up here, even though I don't know these guys, just to make sure that you guys know how... And I don't think Off-White's that bad. Manny made me do that. Manny made me do it. So yeah, so I think I'm going to try to build a German streetwear brands, okay? UK streetwear brands. Fortnite collabs. Fortnite collabs that need to happen. All right. Travis Scott Young Thug collabs. Okay, they got a bunch of them here. We'll take a look at those. Oh, ultimate snack tier list. Childhood snacks? Okay, this might be the one to do. Okay, guys. Yeah, this is it. Okay, again, we're gonna set our baseline here. Top tier snack is gotta be. Ooh, now we're just talking snacks. I'm totally putting that at the bottom. I'm told, like, this is not a snack. This is like regular food. Circus animals, those are a good baseline because those are, you don't know that they're good, but they are. Maybe even just Oreos, right? Oh, those are Oreo creamsters. I don't like those as much. Pudding, I mean, that's like bottom end snack. Danable, right? Like yogurt, like that's bottom end snack. Put the cookies above those at least. Fruit Loop straws, those are gross. Bagel bites, I mean, that's a good probably medium of the road snack as well. Pop-Tarts, that's not really a snack. Like they said, Pop-Tarts are good though. Like again, like something you could have for breakfast maybe. Fruit roll-ups, pretty solid. That's a pretty solid snack. I'm gonna have to put that up there. Gushers, this might be tier 1. Pop-Tart you think is a B? Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I kind of feel like this is like, I don't feel like that's a snack though, right? Like a Pop-Tart as a snack? Like I don't know about that. Okay, we got a little bigger there. Scooby-Doo, I'm gonna have to put those there. I'm really thinking fruit by the foot goes higher because you get so much fruit. You get a foot worth of fruit every time that you open it up. What are these? Is this ice cream or what is that? I can't tell what that is. I don't even know what the fuck that is. It looks like... Oh, that's gross. That looks gross. Pop-Tart day keeps the doctor away. That's right, because you die. Kid Cuisine, I remember those. Dude, those were fucking good. But that's just regular food. That's not a snack. Mini sandwich creams, this is like you're just giving up, right? I might have to move other things up. Kool-Aid? I mean, Kool-Aid's a good snack. But that's a drink. Like, I can't put that at the top of the list. Grips? Smucker's Uncrustables? No thanks. Brownies? I mean, I guess it goes pretty high on the list just because of what we have here. Go-Gurt? I mean, Go-Gurt is a step above your regular yogurt, that's for sure. It's kind of fun. I'm going to put it here, maybe. I don't know. We got to change this around a lot. We're going to have to change this around a lot. What do you think? Where do Ritz go? Ritz are boring. This is like the worst. I eat cold Pop-Tarts. I do too. I don't cook them at all. I just go, like, I eat, that's kind of the breakfast of champions around here. Lately, my kid is... So he's been into Dragon Ball, and then the Reese Puffs had Dragon Ball on the cover, and so he's been eating Reese Puffs, and he doesn't like peanut butter, so it's kind of hilarious, quite honestly. All right, this is where I'm thinking I'm going. I'm probably gonna move. I'd rather have, like, these aren't bad. These are kind of moving up my list. I'd probably put this down here. Maybe even the cookies, because like cookies are better snacks than yogurt and Pop-Tarts. Right? I mean, these are actual snacks. Like, this is the first row that has actual snacks. I guess this is a snack pack, so I could probably move it up a little bit higher. And I don't know, maybe Go-Gurt is a little bit more fun. These are gross. I've tried those before. You love Ritz. You get these and put them on a charcuterie board. You get the Ritz... Actual Ritz crackers are good, yeah. I get them. I like to get the you get the salami and the cheese, and then the Ritz cracker. Or you know, if you're fancy, you can get like the ones in the black box that only last like one go. You have to use them all at once. But yeah, okay. Well, that was a good. I feel like that's a fair tier list. I don't know. Nobody cares. I understand. I understand. Grips were top tier. Rip. Oh, I'm sorry. You think Grips? Grips are top tier? Oh, no, I lost it. There we go. You think Grips are top tier? These? You put these up here? But they're showing me Cheez-Its. Okay, what's in that? Cheez-Its. Chips Deluxe. This is like some German... this is probably like a English thing, isn't it? In grams? Like... These look gross. There's like some chips. There's Cheez-Its and Grips. Like, it's not a good... Like, if they have good grips, that's not the good grips. No, I'm not going to do it. I'll give it to you on the second tier. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to fold to you people. I'm not going to fold to you people. Manny, did you see your boy Donald Trump yesterday? Getting feisty with that lady? That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. I love this is they like there's always somebody in here. It's like they put like personal shit on LinkedIn. Well, it's happened. Now I've seen blue chip company using AI videos in a live campaign. Look, you're just why are you fucking whining about shit on LinkedIn of all places? Look. Simone Biles showed us the power of pause. And now they're going to tell you how, like, I'm not a big sports fan. Okay, so you just made... I didn't even read this fucking post, and I can tell you how fucking retarded Abby Falalarak is, because she just made a post that talked about how amazing sports is, and then I'm not a big sports fan. And it's not like this is... We obviously know that this person did... Why would they just... So here's my thing with Simone Biles, by the way. All right, you're going to say how brave and strong she was. That bitch gave up last time. She fucking did a bad routine and was like, I don't feel good. I can't compete anymore. And the team still went and got their fucking medal without her. They all fucking stood... The other girls fucking got off of their asses and became the best ones in the world. Or some of the... They got silver, I think, without... supposed number one person. And then this year she's fine because she's like more an adult and she's dealing with it. I will say that it's rough to be like, it's got to be really rough to be an Olympic athlete. They're young and it's like nobody cares about you at all, and then all of a sudden the entire world is telling you how you need to go faster and how you fucked up because you got a fucking bronze medal or something, right? So It's so crazy. It's so wild and crazy. It's so wild and crazy. His response, though, Manny, I gotta put it up. His responses were so funny. And it's like, he got so pissed at that lady. He got so pissed at her. It was so funny. It's like, you know what you're doing. But like when liberal goes viral making friends at Trump video. Yeah. That's the funny thing too. I'll see all these like videos of Trump black journalist Chicago. It's right there. No, what do you want? Okay, great. Full event. I don't want it to be anybody talking about it. So blah blah blah. It takes forever. These guys are supposed to be there. Yeah, look. So it started. They're 35 minutes late or so to get started. And then right away, this guy comes out. I mean, again, whatever you think about him. Here's my problem is. Yogos, I don't know what a yogo is. Oh, were those like the it's kind of like the Ritz ones, but you dip the cookie into some cream, like the whatever the cream, to some creamy filling. You dip the cookie into the thing at the end, right? It was like a frosting or something. I don't know if I've had those. Oh, yo.
Hashtag is NABJ fact check. We have a lot to get to, and we do not want to waste any time.
Yeah, she kind of came off real bitchy, especially since, like, I don't know who this person is. I would have never seen her before had she not interviewed the president, and probably if she didn't act like a shithead to him, we probably wouldn't know her at all. But I feel like there's some, like, there's a bit of respect. Like, we need to, like, start... What's wild is the side to me that says that, you know, the other side is crazy and disrespectful. They're the ones that show the most disrespect in certain cases. Like, whatever you want to say, the guy was the president at the end of the day. Yeah, that's what he said. Fake news from ABC. And why does a racist... By the way, why would a racist go to the National Association for Black Journalists, especially since the person on the other side was, you know, supposed to be she should be going to the National Association of Black Journalists, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Since she's the black lady. All right, what did he do wrong there, right? Tell me, did he do anything wrong? Because this lady was ready to go right away.
Mr. President, we so appreciate you giving us an hour of your time. I want to start by addressing the elephant in the room, sir.
The lady in the red was fine. The other one was definitely a little lefty as well, but the other two were both perfectly fine. No, the middle one was fine too. She asked some good questions, actually. She might have asked the best questions on the panel. She could have. They were the best. Some say the best questions that they've ever been asked. Hold on, before I get into this, sorry, one second. Jesus Christmas, I can sit in this house for a day straight. If I go live, everybody needs me. Give me 2 seconds. I need to help with something. I will be back in 2 seconds, and we're gonna go over this. But first, why don't you look at this streetwear brand or here? You can find yourself. You guys look at which one you think is the best tier list right here. We'll look at that later. But give me a second. We'll be right back. Okay. Sorry. Middle one. Great. Good job. You did it. Okay. You guys love the middle one. Let's go in here. So
a lot of people did not think it was appropriate for you to be here today. You have pushed false claims about some of your rivals.
So why is it not appropriate for one of the two main candidates for president of the United States to be at this journalist conference? Why is that?
From Nikki Haley to former President Barack Obama, saying that they were not born in the United States, which is not true. You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. So
those women that she's talking about as well, they were bad-mouthing the United States. They are not native-born citizens of the United States. They're congresswomen. And they were bad-mouthing the United States. And his comment was, if you don't like the United States, then go back to where you came from. That's what he said.
You have used words like animal and rabbit to describe black district attorneys.
Just the one district attorney in New York that basically got that big giant thing about where he frauded a bank, yet paid them back, that whole thing. That was the black district attorney that he said bad things about. It wasn't because she was black. It was because she tried to take $500 million from him.
You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist.
Well, if we're talking about like Van Jones or somebody on MSNBC, then probably that's true.
You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking...
Oh, yeah, and the white supremacist thing. That was when he had dinner with Kanye West, and the guy that Kanye West brought, it seems that he has some interesting ideologies to him, and one of them, something that he said, came off as a very racist remark. But again, the guy hangs out with Kanye, so at the end of the day, like, these are all stretches at the end. These are all stretches, and I just don't... I've never seen any actual proof of this guy hating black people, being racist. Why would a racist person go to the Black Journalism Association meeting, right? Like National Association of Black Journalists Conference. Why would a racist go there? I don't feel like that's a great place for a racist to go.
Black supporters to vote for you. Why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question so in such a horrible manner.
He's not, like, right away. He's like, first off, you're a cunt.
First question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network.
Are you with ABC?
And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit. I love the black population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country, including employment, including opportunity zones with Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, which is one of the greatest programs ever for black workers and black entrepreneurs. I've done so much, and, you know, and I say this, historically black colleges and universities were out of money.
Point.
They were stone cold broke. And I saved them, and I gave them long-term financing, and nobody else was doing it. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know.
He's so pissed off at that lady. Like, the whole rest of the show, it's just showing how he came out okay, and then when she started being a shithead to him, he just was like, nah, we're good on her, and we're good on you.
Exactly why you would do something like that. And let me go a step further. I was invited here, and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense.
You invited me under false pretenses. You tricked me. You tricked me into showing up.
And then you said you can't do it with Zoom. Well, you know,
we do everything with Zoom. The Democrats love Zoom. What's going on?
She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming. And then you were half an hour late, just so we understand. I have too much respect for you to be...
I mean, the other thing that I'll say, again, you can hate him or like him. I don't really care. But the one thing I'll say is when they talk about his age and when they talk about him being, like, out of it and senile, it doesn't seem like he really prepares for anything. He just shows up and speaks. So he's not really using a teleprompter, and he's quick, and he's on top of all this stuff, right? Like... That's the one thing I would say. Like, he's definitely not got old person brain like the other dude did. And then Kamala has, I don't know what kind of brain. Honestly, I don't know what's in that fucking noggin.
Late. They couldn't get their equipment working or something was wrong.
Mr. President, I would love
if you can answer the question on your rhetoric and why you believe that black voters should trust you with another 4 years. I have been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln. That's my answer. Better than President Johnson, who signed the Voting Rights Act?
I can't. Oh, by the way, and then the Lyndon Johnson, like, I could show you some quotes that Lyndon Johnson made in the White House that should turn black voters away from that whole party. It was their plan to sink their claws into, you know, the inner city vote, basically. So, you know, Lyndon Johnson's not a good example of a good president, really. I mean, again, yes, of course, he signed the Voting Rights Act into play, so that is a good thing, obviously. But at the end of the day, that guy was probably one of the worst presidents. I mean, he's done, as far as for the country, anyways. I mean, again, I'm sure there was a lot of great policies that came out. There are some social policies that I think are good, but I don't think we should be giving people shit for free. I think we should be teaching people how to fish, right? Like, I think our programs in government should be the type that teach people how to fish, not fish for them. We shouldn't just throw a few fish at somebody's door and go, there you go, we helped out. We should actually make, like, those, you know, go into the unemployment, have a fucking actual caseworker person that can help you and say, oh, your resume sucks, maybe you need to do this, or maybe they do, I don't know, but I don't know about any of that stuff. Like, I think that, like, our state just throws money at things. Oh, homeless people, here's $1,000 a month. What do you think a crackhead is going to do when you give him $1,000 a month? What do you think he's going to do with that $1,000? I'm sure it's going to be, you know, get an apartment and take a shower. I'm sure that's his number one priority. It's so dumb. I love how election time exposes how low. Yes, it is. It's like, just listen to this fucking guy. Like, the thing is, like, the talking points that the other side have right now are lies as well. Like, it's so... First off, everybody lies. Every politician ever in the history of mankind lies. They're all fucking liars. They're all fucking out to help themselves. They're all just, you know... I don't know. I'm trying to. I should. You know what's funny? Because I was a contractor, I was a contract worker, I cannot get unemployment. But if there was a homeless guy on the side of my road, he would get benefits for just sitting there. But living in this state, paying taxes in this state, they won't give it to me. So what can you do? All right. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'll just figure it out later. Wow. Like I say, I just have to go live and everything goes crazy here. Anyways, I want to keep going with this a little bit.
Because you couldn't get your equipment to work in such a hostile manner. I think it's a disgrace.
Let me just ask a follow-up, sir, and then we'll move on to other questions here.
This is another stupid question.
Some of your own support.
But it's like, so you have, what, 5 or 10 minutes with the former president, the person that is potentially going to run this country. There's only 2 of them that can. These are the questions that you choose to ask about. Not about policy, not about anything that would matter to most people. You asked him, why are you so racist? That's the question, basically the first question. You're racist, why are you here? And then the second question is also about color.
Supporters, including Republicans on Capitol Hill, have labeled Vice President Kamala Harris, who is the first Black and Asian American woman to serve as vice president and be on a major party ticket, as a DEI hire. Is that
so Joe Biden actually said that as well, just FYI.
Acceptable language to you? And will you tell those Republicans and those supporters to stop it?
How do you define DEI? Go ahead. How do you define
diversity, equity, inclusion?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Is that what your definition?
Give me a definition.
So that is the best way to respond to that as well, in my opinion, right? What does that mean? What does DEI mean? Define it. And when you define it, actually, you're saying, well, it means we're going to put these people ahead of other people based on stuff that doesn't include skill at all. And I mean, obviously it has to be in there somewhere, but it's like, you know, it's on the resume, it's like on having it on the resume, preferred skills is being Black or whatever it is. So it isn't inclusionary. Like it doesn't define the name, if that makes any sense.
Then would you give me a definition of that? Give me a definition of that.
Sir, I'm asking you a question, a very direct question.
Define it for me, if you would.
I just defined it, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a Black woman?
Well, I can say no. I think it's maybe a little bit different. So I've known her.
Yeah, she said what the word is. It's the same thing as when you get in a group of people that for some reason will not tell you what the definition of being a woman is. Like, it's ridiculous in a way, but I don't know. But anyways, I wanted to finish this up and then...
A long time indirectly.
I'm going to move back over to normal stuff.
And she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was Black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn Black, and now she wants to be known as Black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she Black?
She has always identified as a Black woman.
I respect
historically Black college.
So yeah, so she says she's always identified as Black, went to a historically Black college. I can go to a historically Black college right now if I got accepted. It doesn't. You don't have to be Black to go to a historically Black college. But I mean, I'm sure it helps. But at the same time, when I started to dig into this lady's background, it's, yes, her father is from Jamaica, but his parents came from India. So she doesn't really have, I don't believe that she has any actual Jamaican blood. No, they were from there. And again, like, well, you know, I don't know. I don't really want to. There's no debating what you are, what you aren't. But it's the same kind of shit. Like, what's her name? The Pocahontas, the one he calls Pocahontas, where she basically got into school claiming that she was Native American and wasn't at all. So it's like,
I respect either one.
There's so many people. There's so many people taking advantage of that situation. I'm sure now.
Because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
Just to be clear, sir, do you believe that
I think somebody should look into that too.
But at the end of the day, it's you can't tell somebody that they're not whatever they say they are, right? That's how that whole group is working currently. Like, if you say you're a fence post, then by God, you are a fence post.
Continue in a very hostile, nasty tone.
It's a direct question, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is a DEI hire, as some Republicans have said?
I really don't know. I really don't know. Could be. There are some, and there are plenty. I know this lady right over there, Harris, is a fantastic person who just interviewed me at length. And we had a great interview, I think, and I heard you got very good ratings on that interview.
You told me it was the longest one of your life, so we had a good discussion. Look, I want to talk about why you're here.
And then somehow the Fox News lady and Trump they didn't set up the mic to work properly, whatever. The rest of them are fine. Like this lady's definitely I just wanted to kind of play this. She was identified as a Jamaican trans woman. I might as well. I think I'm going to start doing that for my for when I fill out applications for work, for sure. I just feel like this lady, it was her conference. She started it off, and I think that she thought, being that this was, all a pretty, predominantly black room, I would assume, since it's the Black Journalist Convention, that she would probably have, people would be behind her, and people would, be like hooting and hollering in the crowd. And quite honestly, I don't think the crowd made a ton of noise at all, but I felt like they reacted to some of the things that he said in positive ways. Maybe not. Maybe it was maybe they weren't being. Maybe it was like, oh, but I felt like there were claps, and maybe they were just louder than the other people. Wasn't that loud. I don't think a lot of people are on the Trump train in this particular group. But like, I really want him to start just talking policy more and stop kind of going into the talking about how everything is the best and the greatest and all that kind of shit. It's just, I identify. Who doesn't, right? Who doesn't identify as a naked trans woman? Well, Jamaican trans woman. Yes. And then, obviously, so that's Trump. By the way, that was him flipping out or whatever they said about it, like him going crazy. That lady is a racist and pushing a left agenda. Well, I mean, apparently, I didn't know this until recently. And I was told this from somebody, that white people, black people can't be racist to white people, apparently. So Manny, she's not a racist. It's not possible to be a racist to white people, apparently. That's what I learned from college. The college kids told me that. So yeah. Well, I don't know what you can do. I don't know what else you can do there. But yeah. So let's look at this. Yeah. I thought he would have gone crazier. Harris Atlanta rally remarks. So this is how Kamala believes that she's going to win over the black vote. So these are this is the strategy of both sides. First off, this lady is claiming to be a black person. She's not in the black culture. So regardless of what her heritage is, she did not grow up in that culture. She does not have her family is all white. The children, I think she has kids from, I think the other guy has kids. She has no children. But she is married to a white dude, a very rich white guy. But so this is the way that side panders. This is how the Democrats right now are trying to win over the Atlanta black vote. The using the twerking for democracy. Look at this fucking guy. Look at this guy in the back. Like, whoo, we got some good seats, didn't we? Yes. Did you hear her say 2024? That's what she said. Like, she's never lived in the South. Like, her black card comes from being from Jamaica. So she's like, she'll say African American. It's like, you're not African American though. Like, that's Jamaica is not from it. That's a Jamaican American or Caribbean American. And plus, they were Indian anyways. Yeah. So this is what's funny is too. So this was a free concert. She had Megan Thee Stallion there for a free concert, and she basically the people pretty much walked out after that. Not all of them, but they said like 20-25% of the crowd after this performance basically just took off. Didn't want to hear anything. Also, now she is okay for drilling and doesn't want to cut private insurance. Oh, everything that she's been... it just flipped automatically, because when she doesn't have any plans of her own anyways, she's reading shit off of a piece of paper. She has no... There's nothing in her brain. There is nothing in that woman's brain. Tell me what this means. What can be unburdened by what has been? What does that mean? What does it mean? In less than a week, it changed. She had no responsibility apparently as the vice president now, because anything that they claim that she did have responsibility over was a fucking train wreck. So it's wild, and people that vote for, like, the pandering that they are doing right now, the begging, the pleading, they don't even understand. The problem is they have such a... Their tactic is to tell everybody how bad the government is treating them. They are in charge now. They can't do that anymore. They can't say, these people want to take your rights. You literally took everyone's rights. You took away some abortion stuff, and you took away some gun stuff. In your administration, you've shortened freedoms for everyone. So regardless of what you're thinking... Also, for the abortion people out there, he's fine with it, and he mentions that, I think, in his little thing the other day. He's not gonna ever ban it, and he believes that there are, it's okay to get the pill up to certain weeks in the mail, all this stuff. So he's definitely a progressive as far as that goes, and that's one of their main talking points. The other talking point is he's racist, and that's like literally the two things that she's running on. He's racist, and he's going to take abortion away from you. I don't know how many of you out there need an abortion every day, but it isn't me. There can't be that many people. I haven't heard one person saying, I will vote for Kamala because she did this. It's always, she's the first colored something, or Trump sucks. Yes, they've basically getting people... Dude, if you hate the guy, listen to him speak. And don't just... listen to him say. He's gonna say something you don't like. He says something I don't like every time he talks. Like, he gets cringy and all that stuff. But when you listen to what he's going to do about, like, do you like paying $8? Do you like paying $14 for bacon? Because I don't. I'd rather not. I'd rather it be not that expensive for a thing of bacon. It's ridiculous. Or everything's 4 times more expensive. So at the end of the day, I don't need that shit anymore. And let him drill. That bitch ain't gonna drill. She's the green. They're on the green side. No one on her side will support her if she goes to, like, AOC, Bernie Sanders. Those people will go away from her if she starts moving into that territory. So she's saying shit that doesn't even jive with the base. And right now, they have their smallest base in the history of the Democratic Party. They have the smallest base that they've ever had. You missed twerking for votes. They wanna hurt me. Give me my votes, yeah. Yeah, Kamala. Yeah, pussy, Kamala, pussy, dripping, pussy. So it's like, what do you... Hose for Harris. Hose for Harris. Let's vote for her. Get them Coochie Harris. That's how she got to where she was anyways. Yeah. You're gonna vote for her now, right? So here's the great thing that I want to show you guys. Where's the good one? Where's the one that I saw the other day? Because that one was actually well spoken. Because all these are just fucking... They're so Oh yeah, what's he doing? Is he on there? Stream started. He's not on yet? What the fuck? Watchful event. No. Yeah, I want to see... I did not watch any of these. This is the best.
That there's, this.
So, first off, this is another thing that's just come out of nowhere, right?
Again, emphasizes why J.D. Vance's comments about childless...
So this is J.D. Vance got in trouble because he said something in 2021 and really referring to like AOC and Pete Buttigieg and just specific people in the Democratic Party that he didn't like. And he said that they were just childless cat ladies that are angry making decisions for the rest of America, which, kind of makes sense.
Americans, childless...
First off, by the way, what about this? If I assume this is a lady, I'm assuming there's no kids involved in that, and I'm assuming that this woman owns a cat.
Cat ladies could be so politically damaging.
Well, so what's interesting is this natalism that comes from an authoritarian playbook, right? That there need to be more white children, right?
So what's great is that this woman has done... She gets to be on MSNBC. I hope they show it. Yeah. She said that he wants white babies, right? Wants more white children. Look at his wife. I think they'll show it here. Political White House chief. Oh yes, he wants more white children. There's his wife. So this is J.D. Vance's wife. She's an Indian woman. He has 2 children with her. And, yeah, so she's saying he's basically a neo-Nazi that only wants white babies when he married an Indian woman and has, for all intents and purposes, some brown children as well. So that they just make shit up. And this woman, again, like, look at this fucking train wreck of a person. Like, who the fuck would go outside looking like that? Let alone, this is what you present to yourself on television. She probably does have a kid, because I can see that there's a bracelet on her wrist that looks like a kid's thing. Like a kid probably made this little bracelet. Maybe she did. I don't know. But
it's about great replacement theory, racism, right? This is what this is. So don't misunderstand it for him wanting more children.
Don't misunderstand it. He wants to kill all the people that are not white, and he just wants to make more white people. That's what it is.
He wants a certain kind of,
I just think, like, there's so much stuff to attack Trump on that isn't like just blatant out. But the problem is people believe this. People believe... I know people that my mother watches MSNBC, and I say, how do you watch MSNBC? They are the worst network on earth. They have no idea. They have no fucking clue what's going on. All they're doing is pushing an agenda. They're not even paying attention. This lady didn't do the basic due diligence to just look at a picture of his family before talking about him on MSNBC.
Racist thing.
Molly Jung Fast has claimed Republican Vice President nominee J.D. Vance wants more white children in America. Has claimed Republican, more white children in America. I want to read the more of it. Political appeared. It's just going to say the same thing over and over again. That's right. You can only. I mean, you can, but it doesn't matter. Like, you can criticize whoever you want. It's if you give a shit what people think about you. Like, look at Joe Rogan. Look at... I can pick 3 or 4 people right now. Like, I would trust their opinion on things. And again, most of those people are on the position to say, like, think for yourself. This is what I think. This is what I think is going on. There's clues to all this stuff. It's not even that, dude. I moved to California in 2002. At that time, I felt that I was definitely, at least socially, and still am, I mean, I was definitely in the Democratic side. I didn't generally vote Democrat because, I mean, in my opinion, the economy, the United States of America is a business. And I feel like we're in a better spot if businessmen are in control of it. The Democratic Party doesn't really have a lot of businessmen. I mean, there's some, but it's mostly just, people that have conned their way or figured out how to, some of them are good. Most of them aren't. Most all of them aren't. Like, there's a handful of good people in both parties, but for the most part, those people get pushed away and they keep the people that are going to play ball. And you can see how quickly something like AOC, she's jumped up to the front because she's like, just give me the script and I'll say it. I don't care. I have no problem saying anything. And it's same with like, what's her name? God dang it. I used to like her too. And she tricked me pretty good at the beginning, but not Bernie Sanders. Pocahontas lady. I forget what her name is now off the top of my head. But I used to like her a lot. And then you just see, oh man, everything she says is horse shit. And it's the same like, woohoo. Like every time she says something, when you see her again, she'll do a speech and she'll go this. She always does this like fist bump thing and she's like, woohoo, or something like that every time. And it's like, now I've seen it and I'm like, this is so weird that you're like that. Was asked about Vance's childless comments and she believes exposes the senator's racist vision for the U.S. What's interesting is that this is nationalism that comes from a authoritarian playbook, right? That there needs to be more white children. That's the idea. Says a white lady who is married to a white man, telling everybody else how the authoritarian playbook is more white children. This is about great replacement theory racism, right? This is what this is, so don't misunderstand it for him wanting more children. He wants a certain kind of racist thing. And this lady looks like, I could have told you, this is the funny thing, like I can stereotype these type of people. She has no fucking eyes. First off, on the fucking news, an MSNBC contributor, she should be fired for just not even doing an ounce of research. You're calling someone racist that's married to someone of another race. What are you fucking talking about? Like, what are you talking about? If you just saw a picture, I can see a picture of these two people. They look very white to me. They look like maybe white Jewish folks. I'm not even sure. Jong Fast. And she's got a hyphenated name, so maybe not. Maybe he's Asian, I guess. Maybe with the name Jong. I don't know. But that's such a... The hyphenated name tells it to you too, right? Like you're you're trying to force everybody to think like you, and that's not what this country's about. Like, you're allowed, and again, I try not to be, but you're allowed to be racist in this country, to be honest with you. Like, if you really want to be that way, you're allowed to. You're not allowed to let it affect your professional stuff. You're not allowed to let it affect your business or whatever, but in your personal life, I mean, you can do whatever you want, right? If you're allowed to dress up like a fox and nail somebody that's dressed up like a panda, then, I mean, I guess you could go home and just complain about whatever race you don't like too, right? Like, I mean, I see it a lot from the other side. Like, there's a lot of, I saw this from a senator the other day talking about when they did the Secret Service, when they had them in to do when they were bitching at that lady for the Secret Service before she quit. One of the senators said, "Oh, well, you saw that was a white guy. You should have been tracking him, because we all know people that don't have the melanin or whatever are dangerous with, in that situation." So she basically said, "Oh, well, you should have been tracking him because it was a white guy." I mean, obviously, white guys shoot everybody, like, in the Senate. So that's okay. But if the other senator said, "Oh, well, that was a black kid, black kids shoot everybody," then it would have been awful. Like, just saying the word black in front of other words seems sort of racist to me. When they were saying that on the thing, black jobs, like, what is a black job? Like, why aren't they just saying jobs? Why do they say black jobs or black school or black whatever? They're schools. They're jobs. Like, when you're trying to say that all black people aren't poor. But what'd you say? I believe you can say what you want, but acting on it is where it's different. Sure, yes, you're not allowed to. So in America, this is my feeling. This is my 100% how I feel about this country, and I believe that this is what everyone intended to be. You are free to do whatever it is that you want to do, as long as those things do not infringe upon the freedoms of others. So you're not allowed to steal someone else's car because that's their car. You're not allowed to murder anybody because that would be infringing upon their freedoms. You shouldn't, anything, right? You should respect other people's property. You should respect other people's privacy, and you should respect other people's way of being. And if that stuff is, but then at the same time, if you want to go out on the internet and you want to show all of your social issues, your whatever you are, I'm getting made fun of because I'm trans, I'm getting made fun of because I'm gay, whatever issue that you have, and then you're pushing it out on the internet, and then you're mad that the internet responds in the normal way the internet responds to everything, which is to make fun of you, to troll you, to try to get a rise out of you, and then you're saying that that's hate speech and that's all this stuff. What happened to being ashamed of things? Like, we should be able to still be ashamed. Like, I'm not going to whip my junk out and start whacking it for you guys just because, hey, maybe I feel like that's kind of mood I'm in right now or whatever. Like, I'm not going to, that's disrespectful to you guys. And it's just gross. I mean, you didn't come here to look at that. And it's like, I didn't go to YouTube. There's such a fine line with a lot of it. Like, do I believe that, there's not one thing of the trans community that I believe is wrong. Like, I think they're sorry, not for me, but for them, everything that they do is completely fine in my book. Do it, have fun. But I want you to understand that there's you got issues. You have there's some mental stuff going on there, no question about it. Again, yes, that's right. You have to be, it's not insecurities, Manny. It's understanding that you're not the fucking main character in the world, right? You're not. The world doesn't revolve around who you decide to fuck every day, or whether you're a man or a woman today, or whether you're a fucking elephant or a clown or whatever you want to call yourself, right? That's fine. You can call yourself whatever you want, but you're going to expect me to call you whatever nonsense you've made up in your head when I don't even know you. And then you're going to get mad because I say sir or ma'am. You know, that's the kind of stuff. And again, that's the tip of the iceberg, top like 1% of idiots out there. Most people don't do that. I think most people don't care. But when the thing is this thing where it's like the brave person that comes out and all that stuff, like nobody cares. I never have ever gone up to somebody in the first like meeting of anyone. I've never told them how much snatch I like to pound. I've never went up. I've never shook someone's hand like, hello, my name is Jason, and I like to smash that punani. I'm all about getting into that. Yeah. Getting that coochie. I can't get enough of it. And I just want you to accept that, okay? You need to accept that I like pounding puss, okay? You have to accept that before I will do anything. And you need to say that my pronouns are well and hung. That's my pronouns, okay? And you got to call me by that every day. So when you're addressing me, make sure it's, well hung pronouns, and that you call me the pussy smasher every day. Everyone needs to have, I say y'all. So I grew up in the South long enough where I say y'all. So I don't have a problem generally, because I say, oh, what are y'all doing today? My pronouns are you, y'all. But I thought this was wild, and this fucking obvious cat lady slammed her comments as unhinged. A clip of political analysts. Where do these people get these talking points from? Their base watchers actually believe this. They do understand he has biracial children, right? False, unhinged, irresponsible, yet typically racist diatribe on full display on the election. Exactly. Like, how many of these weird white women? It all comes down to white women that are married to these, like, little girly boys, and they just come up with this nonsense. It has nothing to do with black people. It has nothing to do with Asian people. It has nothing to do with anybody. But again, I will go into what he said. What he said is far more realistic than what she said. Childless, angry cat ladies that are trying to manipulate your vote. What does this lady look like to you? And I don't know if she has children or not, but she has a husband, I guess. I don't need all the sound, actually. So it's so wild that they're so. I mean, now look, I think I'm getting like I had like 10 people, and somehow it's not. It's because I'm talking about this now. White Neo probably goes. White Nepo baby goes on MSNBC and says a veteran married to an Indian lady with mixed race children only wants white children in the country. This is what rot fuels the progressive brain. And I think that it's because it's so internal, right? I don't really know. So I think that there are some people that are doing this for the wrong reasons, just like there are some people on the Republican side doing things for the wrong reasons. But this is the issue. Like, somehow this fucking weird lady gets put into a position where she can talk about somebody, and she has absolutely no idea what she's speaking on. She doesn't call him husband. It's her semi-male partner. Got it. We've allowed so much BS to this point. There's no going back. I personally don't vote because I feel it won't change the fact that the world will continue to burn. I'm going to be quite honest. I'm going to vote for Trump because this administration that's currently in charge, there's no actual leader. Do you think Kamala is going to actually be a leader? She's going to do the same thing that Joe Biden did. So, again, I'm going to vote with the new administration. With the old new administration, stuff was running really well until all of a sudden this crazy shit comes down and Dr. Fauci says we have to do these things that there's no scientific backing for any of the shutdown method, any of the stuff that they did with COVID. It's literally was the flu from China that was extremely contagious, and we got stuck, in our houses because of misinformation. And then this side is just they don't understand that YouTube exists, and they don't understand that people don't even watch these fucking... The only thing that this regular news is good for now, they're all money-hungry puppets. Like, let's just be honest. Like, there's nobody out there doing it for free. So, the former Army veteran is married to Usha Vance, a daughter of an Indian immigrant, with the couple sharing 3 biracial children. So he's got to really do some work if he's going to get all the white babies that he's trying to... That other cat lady's talking about. Following the 45... Oh, wait, what was that? Following the 45-year-old's controversial comments, she locked her Twitter account. This is her also. Woo, man, I see why she was wearing all that shit on her face. Woo. Hey, if she doesn't want to have white babies, she's doing a good job right now. This will keep people from having white babies with her. Bro, I missed COVID time. I used to sit enjoying my lunch by myself in the middle of Times Square. Yeah, I never got locked down from my job, so we traveled the whole time. So it was fine. She locked her account because she's a fucking moron. Go ahead, stupid. Vance came under fire after comments he made against the Democratic Party in a 2021 interview were unearthed. Exactly. Like, they had to go back to 2021 to find dumb shit that he said. Kamala said dumb shit yesterday. We are effectively run in this country via the Democrats, via our corporate oligarchies, yes, by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made. And so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. He was really talking about like AOC and some of the other Democratic leaders, not actually just random ass people. And then that other lady, by the way, the lady on the other thing said, do you think JD Vance said that, and he didn't say this, that as far as I'm aware, he didn't say this. He didn't say that he believes that he wants to make people with children. She said that JD Vance said that he wants people with children to have more votes than people without children. And that's never a thing. Nobody, like, where would you want that to come from? Like, I hate both sides when they bring up the most retarded things. Like, nobody cares about the trans issues, really. I'd say abortion is stuff that people care about, but for the wrong reasons. Like, I mean, are all those women that are holding abortion signs, like, getting abortions? Like, no. Like, you're fighting for the right for a handful of people to do something. And nobody is... It's in the state. Again, if you really want it, then vote for it. It's in your state now. But yeah, so this is nonsense. The Ohio senator has since defended his comments and asserted they were taken out of context. And yeah, they are. Everything's taken out of context with stupid Trump and these idiots.
Context of what I said, it's very clear the Democrats have tried to take this thing out of context and blow it out of proportion, which is what they always do, Trey, because they don't have an agenda.
My dad has more votes because he has kids, and we each vote. Doesn't that make sense? Yeah.
To run on themselves. And if you look at what the American people are most concerned about, Trey, it's not an out-of-context quip that I made 3 years ago. It's the fact that Kamala Harris, the border czar, opened the American southern border. It's the fact that the Democratic Party has become explicitly anti-family in some of their policies.
And I don't really care about that. I think, again, like, I don't really think that people with families deserve more than people without families. I don't think that people that are trans deserve more than people that aren't. I don't think that black and brown and Asian people deserve to get jobs just because they are that color. I think that a lot of the racist nonsense that comes from the left, because I don't hear it from the right. I don't. They continually say it, and whenever they get them in the... Like, when they ask Trump about black jobs, and then almost immediately half of the country goes, what's a black job? Well, the person from CNN asked him specifically about black jobs. So, again, he should have probably said, what's a black job? That's my question. That's what I ask when I hear that from people. Okay, well, what's a black house? What's a black car? What's a black job? What's a black... moon landing? Like, I don't understand it. Why do we need to put race in everything nowadays? In the 80s and 90s, I don't believe that there was really an issue with that anymore. I believe that we saw these, you know, a lot of the black icons started to show up in the 80s because guess what? People started not caring about that. They don't really care. Like, if you were racist, you wouldn't buy a Michael Jackson album. You wouldn't buy rap, you know, Run DMC. Those guys got popular. People loved it. I mean, I would say that culture has been completely taken over by urban and black style and culture, and that's, I mean, because it's better. I mean, they have a great style. There's great culture that comes out of there. There's great music, great everything. So of course it should, and it's because they're, you know, it's not because of any color. It's not because of any. It's cultural, right? There's a cultural thing there that's awesome, and that's what makes this country great, right? The different cultures that put it all together. Not, and I see right now what my problem is with it is the other side is making it. They're claiming a racism for things, but then they're the ones doing it worse than anyone else. They can't divide us over religion anymore because no one gives a shit. Politics and race are the most polarizing. People are so dumbed down that they feed the machine. I know, but I think the issue is that we've 100%, the veil was lifted during COVID for these stupid media people, and I just don't think it's not gonna help anymore. It's not gonna work. That was a good one though. Sorry. Election day updates. Dang, where did I do with it? I know I saw it yesterday. It's over. Are you stupid? Maybe not. I saw some good ones here about... There's a good one you should watch. Manny, if you know who Judge Joe Brown is? He did a good one. I can't find the one that I looked at the other day now. This is it. Shocking new map. So, I want to show you...
As we enter...
So this guy seems... I'll probably say that watching this, he seemed a little Trumpy, but he was kind of showing you why... This shows you why the polls are where they're at or why everything got closer. But I think this is a really good video. How long is this video? 16 minutes. Okay, we'll jump ahead. But I thought this was a really good video, and he goes over sort of which states he thinks which states will go to which candidate, and then kind of break down where they're at right now and why the polls are showing things that are so close right now. And it's mainly because of a Bloomberg poll that came out that went fucking crazy for Kamala.
August of 2024, the election is very different from what it looked like just 1 month ago. Joe Biden has dropped out. Wyoming, Idaho, Montana. Starting off with the solid states for Donald Trump. These are states that he is going to easily win by margins of at least 12 percentage points. Trump is on track to carrying the states of Utah, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota.
What's wild is you see how much of the country goes Republican, and it's like it only matters because there's 3 cities in this state, and you get all those. 1 city in this state and New Jersey, those 2 go all the time. And then it's really just like who gets like some of these, couple of these in here, and these guys. It all comes down to like these states here. Always.
All of Nebraska except the 2nd District, Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, South Carolina, and Alaska by solid margins. These are all states that he's...
So this is pretty much what this guy's saying. He wins no matter what happens. This is what these are Trump states no matter what happens.
Won by over 12% in the last 2 elections. However, we do have a few new additions. First off, the 2nd District of Maine. Donald Trump is going to do very well in that district and is on track to winning the 1 electoral vote it offers. by at least 12 to 15 points. We also have the states of Iowa and Ohio. Trump carried both of them in the last 2 elections by 8 to 9 percentage
Ohio,
points.
bro.
But considering that Republicans are continuing to make gains in the Midwest, and Donald Trump's running mate J.D. Vance is a senator from Ohio, that effect is also going to rub off in Iowa. And so with all of Hawaii, yes, the Biden administration's handling of the Maui fires was not
Kamala
good in the Aloha State, but it's simply too
the Western Wall
to vote any other way. Joe Biden carried it by 29 points in the last election, although I do expect this margin to drop to somewhere around 20 points. We also have Illinois, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Delaware, Maryland,
there's your boy Highland,
and the District of Columbia. This will give the vice president just 138 electoral votes. Before we get into the more competitive states,
so this is where you're at now with this is the basic ones, right? So this is no matter what happens, these are the electoral votes going to these people. This is not going to change. Doesn't matter if it's Kamala, Joe Biden, or a golden retriever. These states vote Democrat. They don't even give a shit. And I think they said New York's a little closer this year, but it'll go to him too.
But then the safe states, but one candidate still has a pretty clear edge. And so we will begin with the likely states for Donald.
And then that's also true too. Look, so like left right here, right? Democratic. I think these go Democratic usually, but I think Trump wins all these here, these big ones here, and maybe Virginia. He probably wins North Carolina. He probably is going to win all these. Minnesota's going to probably stay Democrat, but let's see what this gets.
Donald Trump, he's already at 149 electoral votes, and there are 2 likely states on this map that he's going to win by margins over 5 points. I think it's pretty obvious what the first one is, and that is the state of Texas. 40 electoral.
I mean, Cambridge, Maryland might be the most liberal area. Maryland? Yeah, they're over here, right? Oh yeah, sorry. I was down here. Yeah. Well, they gave it to her right away. They don't even care. Like, you guys don't care. Cambridge doesn't care who's voting. If it could be a fucking rubber mat, and you're voting for that.
State is not solid for the GOP anymore. Republicans haven't won major statewide elections in the state by 12 points in quite a while. However, they are able to win it by around 10 percentage points, which still makes it a pretty red state. Democrats are not going to flip Texas.
Massachusetts. That's Boston. Massachusetts. Yeah, I know. You're down here, though, right? Massachusetts is over here somewhere. My cousin from Boston.
For a very long time. It is such a big state, and to have to flip even just 5% of voters will take a very long time. So looking at the margin from 2020, Donald Trump won the Lone Star State by 5.6%. He's almost guaranteed to win it by a larger margin. Against Joe Biden, he was on track to winning it by 8 to 10 points. Against Kamala Harris, it's not going to be too different. And so this 40 electoral votes already puts Trump at 189. And the next state that we have as likely for the former president is another big prize. The largest prize still remaining on the map. That is, of course, Florida. 30 electoral
There's no
votes
way
from the
that
Sunshine
Florida
State
doesn't
are
go
also likely
Republican
to
this
go
year,
to former
right?
President Trump. This time, a state that he only won by 3 points in the last election. And in 2016, Florida was decided by just a 1-point margin. That is how close the state was 8 years ago. But today, Florida is totally different. It is a Republican state. I mean, as late as 2012, Florida went to Obama, and it was the most competitive state of that election. That is no longer the case again. Florida is no longer a swing state.
Yeah,
it is a Republican.
Florida's 100. They don't like Florida's. I think even the last one, I don't think Joe Biden even went to Florida. Like, he just gave up.
State. We saw Governor Ron DeSantis and Senator Marco Rubio get reelected by solid margins in 2020.
Overseas knows how to flight their government over what they're doing. What? Overseas knows how to fight their government over what they don't like. Well, they have more parties. Like, we've been sucked into a 2-party system, so then you have to choose. You either like nobody out there is exactly. That's another thing. Like, overseas is mainly like socialist, barely democratic, and the other thing is, it would be a lot easier to run this country if each of our states was an independent country, because then it would just be about trading and things, right? But that's basically Europe. Each of those countries are basically the size of states for us, and they're all from relatively the same background, right? You always see other countries taking it to the streets and getting violent against their government. Well, you're seeing that in like dictatorships. You don't see that in Europe. They don't really do anything in Europe. France sort of does, but Europeans are... The U.S. is spared because everyone is divided, but still mostly obedient. Well, the U.S. is a federal government. We have a federal government over our whole country. So states have more... the thing that we should be thinking about in the United States is we don't need a heavy federal government. We need a federal government to be there to, do its job, regulating products, and making a currency. That's important. And then, basically basic freedoms, right? So the states were allowed to make their own decisions. I don't know what this is. I'm getting phone calls. The states should be allowed to make their own decisions, and then the federal government should be there to check them. And that's it. The federal government shouldn't be imposing the will on the states. There are some things, like, again, voting rights that had to be enforced from the federal level because certain states didn't want to let everybody vote. But at the end of the day, you really need to start thinking about the United States as just that, United States, not the federal government being the most important thing. I don't know one country in the world that has as much freedom or less laws than the U.S. We are the most free country. Other places are built on Europe, for example. In Europe, I was a servant, and then the Magna Carta was signed, and then I was not a servant anymore. Then I was a free person. And the amount of freedom that those people have been given is not even as much as what we have here. We were completely free. We were completely given freedom to do pretty much whatever we wanted, and our government is slowly hacking those freedoms away from you. So both sides, and I don't see it from the Republicans as much. They want to be more, they want to, they still have that religious side going, so they want to, push that sometimes. But I don't think that they're the strict, the strict utilitarian government that people think they are. Well, you can have a car in Singapore without permission. It's really expensive. You know what you can't have without permission? In Singapore, you know what you can't have at all in Singapore? Gum. No gum. Gum is not allowed. And Manny, if you smoke in Singapore, they have little boxes on the side of the road. You have to stand in the little smoking box. It's just painted on the ground. So you're in the smoking box, and you can smoke in the smoking box, but if you move out of the smoking box, you're going to jail. Go to jail. Go to jail. Okay, let's... I think all this stuff is pretty obvious.
We have these
So let's get some Kamala states here. So Trump's 219 with the... These are the pretty much now all the sure things.
Maine, 2 electoral votes. It's not really talked about too much because electorally, these 2 votes don't really make successes there.
All right, here we go. So he's already gone a little bit too far here.
By anywhere near.
So this is what... Basically, this is the game now. This is the country. This is what the presidents come down to. Woo! I'm gonna throw up on you. This is what the presidential race comes down to. It's always these fucking garbage states. Look at Michigan. Michigan, the murder capital of the world, gets to be important. Wisconsin, all they do is cheese. Minnesota, I don't even know what they fucking do there. They have a bunch of lakes, right? And Pennsylvania. Philadelphia might be one of the another awful city. But so this is what these guys are thinking now.
Near a double-digit margin. We also have neighboring New Hampshire for electoral votes. The Granite State isn't too important electorally either, but it does tend to be in the middle. Donald Trump actually came close to winning it in 2016. He lost it by just 0.37%. Typically, the state does lean very slightly to the left, but Republicans have found successes there in the past, like we saw with Chris Sununu, who was elected 4 times as governor over the past 8 years. In 2024, though, New Hampshire is going to go to Kamala Harris, although by a lesser margin than Biden's 7-point victory.
All right, so this should be about
2020. We also have the state of Virginia, 13 electoral votes. This is going to be the final lean Democratic state on our
So this is basically what we come down to right here. So that's why they say it's like a 50-50 race. 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, my bad. Sorry. I got more people when I left. That's funny. Okay. Let's keep going.
It's a state that Republicans could have won.
What'd you say? In Singapore, you can't have permission. In the world, 95% can't get abortion. Okay.
If Joe Biden had...
I mean, anybody, if you don't... Again, if you're fucking that... If you really need to make sure that abortion is on the table, then you probably just make sure you don't live in, like, Texas or whatever state doesn't allow it at this point. There's not as many states that don't allow it.
State in the race. Now, still, Donald Trump has a chance in the Commonwealth of Virginia, where Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin was elected just 1 year after Joe Biden won in 2020. So Virginia can vote for the GOP, but with Biden out of the race, it is looking slightly less likely that the GOP...
So they might get Virginia back, bringing the lady in.
To pick up a new state, a state they haven't won since the early 2000s. We're now going to get right into the lean Trump states, starting off with the 2nd District of Nebraska. Trump lost it in 2020, but won it in 2016, and is on track to taking it back this November. We also have the state of North Carolina, 16 electoral votes. A lot of people thought the Tar Heel state was going to vote blue in 2020, but it in fact did not.
I feel like that whole bottom of that whole South is going to end up being his.
Which was thought to be more conservative, actually went to Biden. Democrats haven't won North Carolina since 2008, when Barack Obama won the election in a very favorable environment for Democrats. He was basically the best candidate Democrats have put up since Kennedy, and even then, he only won the state by 1/3 of a percentage point. Kamala Harris is no Barack Obama. There's no way she's going to win North Carolina in this election. It is lean Republican. It is still going to be remotely competitive, but there's no doubt Trump will come out on top. We also have the neighboring state
Georgia. He's got to win Georgia too, especially after this stupid nonsense with the
votes.
The last rally they had in Atlanta.
A pretty big state for Joe Biden. 2020, he won it by 1/4 of a percentage point. It was a pretty big victory for Democrats. They hadn't won the state since 1992.
That's what kind of did
However, it was sort of a fluke. I mean, just 2 years later, Brian Kemp, the governor, won his re-election by a likely margin, and currently Donald Trump leads by 3.6% in the polling average. We do have a lot of new Bloomberg morning.
See, and this is where all the skewing of the information's come from. This Bloomberg, which is obviously skewed, this Bloomberg report came in, and it's everything. So all the other polls have Trump up by different percentages. Obviously, the Fox one is, you can throw that out the window, but all the other ones have pretty much Trump ahead by X amount. This has them tying, and you'll see in some other places where this has this one is so high that it skews the rest of the results because of it.
Consult polls, but these are not good samples. They vastly overestimated Democrats, and you'll see in many of the other states that we'll go over later on in this video. But this new poll you should honestly disregard. But the rest of it, basically every single poll has shown Trump to be dominating in the Peach State. If you compare it to the Biden polls, Kamala Harris isn't doing too much better, and so the former president is on track to carrying Georgia and flipping it back from being a blue state just in the last election. Moving westward, we have Arizona and Nevada, 2 states that also went to Biden in the last election, both of them by narrow margins. Arizona by just 0.3 and Nevada by 2.4. We're going to begin in Arizona. I say that Joe Biden won under...
It's so funny that Elizabeth Warren, well, that's who I was talking about, Elizabeth Warren, yeah, wants to be Indian when Kamala doesn't. Well, no, see, Elizabeth Warren, feather, not dot. That's 2 different type of... Native American, shotgun. We don't... That's hate speech. I'm going to have to ban you.
Very good circumstances for Democrats. He was in a very good position
feather, not
going
dot
into
for
the election.
Elizabeth Warren.
We had not really the greatest economy at the end of Trump's term.
Font got to go to work, can't chill. Okay, no worries. I'll be around. We'll be here. I've been on for a couple hours anyways. If you sat here the whole time, good for you.
And of course, we also had a lot of COVID. And so as a result, Democrats were heavily favored than they typically would have been. If we didn't have the pandemic, Donald Trump probably would have been reelected president in 2020. However, looking at what we're seeing in Arizona today, Trump is still going to win the state back.
Yeah, look at, and this is what I'm saying. Look at this fucking Bloomberg poll. The Bloomberg poll went in there to jam everything up for Harris. Look, and he just put it in. The date was so the 28th. So that came out yesterday. And then there was a regular one here.
He leads by 4.2% in the polling average. I wouldn't trust this new Bloomberg poll, but just looking at the state as a whole, it is still Republican. The GOP hasn't really put up the best candidates in recent years for their Senate and governor elections. That's why they've lost all of them. But Donald Trump has shown he is able to win in the state. He carried it by nearly 4 points in 2016. Arizona is going to remain competitive, but in 2024, Trump is definitely the favorite, and he's probably going to win it by around 3 to 4 percentage points. Nevada is going to be close as well. It generally has been a blue state, but just barely. I mean, in 2012, Obama carried it by 7 points, but then in 2016, the margin went down to 2.4, and we saw that same margin in 2020. In the 2022 midterms, Democrats won the Senate seat, but lost the governorship. They had incumbents in both of those races.
It's so funny. Yeah, Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas.
So Nevada really...
She went to school by lying about having that background. So she basically went to school on the... She took advantage of all that stuff to say that she was Indian or Native American, and then went to school and became a senator. And then after she became a senator, they said, "Hey, you lied." She's like, "Oh well, maybe."
Is very, very
close. I'm a senator, though.
And going into 2024, Democrats simply aren't in as good of a position as they were in 4 years ago. Donald Trump now leads by 4% against Kamala Harris. In Nevada, Joe Biden was doing even worse. And again, I would not trust this recent Bloomberg poll. So on our map, like Nevada will also be lean Republican, and it is by all accounts expected to vote to the right of Midwestern states such as Wisconsin and Michigan and Pennsylvania. Nevada
if he gets two of these two on, if he gets two of those states on top, it probably doesn't matter.
We now have 4 states remaining, all of them in the upper Rust Belt, all of them states that are slowly losing electoral votes, but continue to play a big role.
Got what I wanted. Don't give a fuck now. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. Other people shouldn't do that. She'll be the first one to if she never got caught, or she probably does it anyways now. She's the first one to tell people that they were lying about X, Y, or Z or whatever, and then I think the same with Bernie Sanders. He does that weird shit too, where I was kind of on board with him, and then it's like, wait, you're just a fucking crazy person. Like, you both are nuts.
Because without any of these three,
and what's wild is Bernie Sanders is not quite as left-leaning as Kamala Harris's policies. But I don't even know if she has policies. I think it's just whatever's on the piece of paper that they gave to her before she goes out to speak.
States, none of the candidates can get to 200.
Because, right, didn't she say now she's supposedly like, yeah, let's drill. And, like, you have to. Like, you have to drill for oil now because you put us in such horrible debt. We've given, I don't know, trillions of dollars to the Ukraine for what reason? And again, I'm not saying that the Ukraine, we shouldn't help the Ukraine or whatever, but there is nothing that is going to come out of giving them a bunch of money. Like, they're not going to beat Russia if they have money. They're not. They're not going to beat Russia just because we give them some weapons. They don't have the infrastructure to keep going. Russia can just pound them and pound them and pound them. They have such a bigger force. They have such a bigger army. It would be like if we were taking over Mexico. Yeah, it would take a while, but it's not like Mexico is going to win. Like, they have no chance of beating us if we went full force army and to take over Mexico, take over Canada, any of our neighbors, right? We could go down to Colombia and take them over if we wanted to pretty easily. Like, I don't think that it would be, not that it would be right. And as much money as you give to the Colombian forces, they ain't beating America, you know? Then it's the same with those people over there. Like, they're never gonna fucking beat that. I was thinking of doing a screening of Idiocracy maybe tonight on the Discord. If you guys want to, we should all get together on the Discord and do an Idiocracy screening, because I think that's. I agree. I you know what? I would vote for President Camacho. Right? Let's see a real president. Let's see a real president. State of the Union address from a real president.
For a century, the Army began a top...
The President of America!
Yeah!
President Camacho!
I mean, he's gonna have Megan Thee Stallion. Shut up. Shut up.
Chill out.
I like the Spanish dudes like South Carolina, represent. Shit's bad. Shit. That's how they tell us.
Shit's bad right now. With all that starving bullshit. And the dust storms, and we running out of French fries and burrito coverings. Yeah. But I gotta see you.
We running out of French fries and burrito coverings. At least we're not that bad off. We have not fallen to the point where we are running out of French fries or burrito coverings. We still have both. So we're not quite there yet.
That's what you said last time, dipshit. I got a solution. You're a dick. South Carolina, what's up?
What's up? That's how we're gonna get. I remember this movie. It's like Back to the Future mixed with Planet of the Apes. It is so much better. You know, this is the guy who made Office Space and Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill. This is his directorial debut.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Now, I understand everyone's shit's emotional right now, but listen up. I got a 3-point plan to fix everything. Number 1, we got this guy not sure.
Oh, yeah, we got this guy not sure.
Number 2, he's got a higher IQ than any man alive.
That's so funny.
And number 3, he's gonna fix everything. I give you my word as president.
And this guy's like, what?
Fix the problems with all the dead crops. He's gonna make them grow again. And that ain't all. I give you my word.
This is Kamala next week.
He's gonna fix the dust on the street. He's gonna make them grow again. I give you my word. He's gonna fix the dust on the street.
This is Kamala in Atlanta.
Give you my word.
Look at Kamala go.
He's gonna fix the economy.
He's gonna fix the economy. That's Kamala right there.
So smart. He's gonna do it all in 1 week.
That's Kamala right there.
President Camacho stood before the world and promised everyone that Joe would solve all their problems. He would not only end the Dust Bowl and heal the economy, but he would cure acne and car sickness as well. And if he didn't, President Camacho made another promise.
He would kick Joe's smart ass.
He would kick Joe's smart balls all the way up to the roof of his smart mouth, and then he would throw his brainy ass back in jail.
We definitely have to do that. Are you guys not down? Who's down for that? I'll do a screening tonight on the good old Discord. Maybe I think we can set that up, and that would be funny. So if you guys are down, we'll watch. Hey, who knows how to? Where's Do New Wave Lee? I'm gonna have to set that up. I'm gonna have to get the New Wave Lee to make an event. I don't know how to do it. What's embarrassing? Oh, the price. Preem T's kind of dead. I don't know if they're fakes of that yet. Uh-oh. Potential spam. I don't think that's how you spell embarrassing. There you go. I'll give you my word that he's gonna fix the economy. And I'll give you... Okay, what time is it? We've been here for a while. Let's end on that one. Maybe tonight we do a... Oh, yeah. So, did we finish this? I don't think we finished the other thing. Anyways, it basically comes down to, as far as that goes,
as we enter August of 2024,
just so we
the
finish
election
it off.
is
I mean,
very
nobody
different
cares.
Candidate
But it seems like to him,
and yes, caucus in 1980.
It's coming down to these states here, the ones up top. He's giving these three to Trump. Basically, Kamala Harris at the end of it would need to win Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania to end up taking the presidency. I just don't know if that's happening. Obviously, there's a few. Give you my word. I'm give you my word that Joe Biden is still alive and he's definitely not chained up to the Oval Office. Joe Biden definitely stepped down on his own accord. Wasn't nothing to do with the pressure of the donors not giving money because they assumed he wasn't going to win. Yeah, we had a week we had like a week where the media was being truthful, where they were kind of like going after both of them like they're supposed to, and yeah, COVID clapped that ass. I think that's literally the reason that he lost. I think because everything was going good, nobody would have bothered, but because the COVID thing screwed everybody up. If you're angry about what's going on, you're gonna vote for the other side, and I think they've gotten into that same spot now again. So we're just gonna go back and forth probably forever, because we're gonna be like, these guys ruined everything. Well, these guys ruined everything. Well, these guys ruined everything. Everybody's ruining everything. But I don't know if you guys are interested. Join us on the on the Discord tonight. Yeah. All right, maybe we'll do football tonight. So football tonight. Or maybe one of the other days. Tomorrow might not be possible for me because my child has people coming over, and I don't think that it's even going to be possible to do a live stream with a bunch of kids here. All right. All right, we're going to do move. I'm going to try to set up. So it'll be a good test. It'll be a good test. All right, so we'll go on tonight. It'll be in, I think, live streams. Got it. Create an event. Stage channel. Live streams next. It's your event. Are you ready for some foosball? Start time at, what time is it right now? No, it's not 12. What the fuck? What is this? What is going on here? It says 5 o'clock. We'll get on at 5 o'clock. This does not repeat. Football night in AMERICA. Maybe we can start doing that. I will watch it. Given your word as you've got hot sauce in your purse. You're an unfit mother. There you go. I give you my word. Football night in America. Upload cover image. Oh, we gotta do. There's gotta be a good football one in here somewhere, right? That doesn't help. Sure, we'll do it anyways. Football. Football. It'll be this guy. This is my... Yay. There we go. Are you ready for some foosball? Let's see if this works. We did it. Copy. Here we go. I'm going to put it in here too. I don't need this. We're done here. But is it here? Did it work? Events. 2 events. Movie night. Today at 5:15. I figured it out. I did it. Look, I even put a picture. Your shit's... Come on. Jeez. 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 Let's kill this one. Let's cancel that event. Canceling that event. We've got this event, and this event is going to go out to all the ladies out there. I need all the ladies to show up. What's going on, John? So that'll be tonight. Later tonight, we're going to watch football on the Discord. We're going to watch some football on the Discord and talk about all of these cat ladies are are not watching football. All right? Sounds good? Yo, John. Yo. Look at this. He did it. Join the stage. Okay, well, I'll have to figure out how to set this up. Seems pretty straightforward. Start the stage. Debate is over. Diet is better than regular. Continue without starting. Start the stage. Okay, well, I'll have to figure this out. But we're going to do football tonight, and then I'll figure out how to use it for movies. But either way, guys, I appreciate you all hanging with me today. We're getting to the end of this one. It's been a few hours here. Not very many people are left. I appreciate all you guys that hung out with me. And if you know, like I said, just jump into the Discord. I think you can, join the Discord with that. If not, I have the invite link in there. It should be in the description as well if you need it. Yeah, come on, join us on the Discord later today. We'll watch some football, and I'm gonna try to do maybe some movie nights on the Discord. We'll see how that goes. But otherwise, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'm trying to do more streams and some more videos. I need to get some more regular videos in there. So hopefully I can get off my ass and do that. What football is on? It's U.S. America football. That hardly uses a foot. Yes. Preseason. Oh, so we'll only... So we only watch a quarter until it gets silly here. Okay. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a good day. Take care. Peace out. Well, you can watch the whole rest of it. I mean, you go before. It's fine. There's a lot of stuff to look at. I have almost 3 hours today. So, anyways, yeah, guys, I got to get going. Appreciate you hanging with me, and jump on tonight. We're gonna watch football later tonight, 5 o'clock on the Discord. We'll be there, ready for you. Okay. Have a good one, John. Sorry, you got to be here. I should probably schedule things, but I don't. I just jump on. Sorry. When I get more important, then if I ever get more important, then maybe it'll matter. But right now it doesn't. Anyways, thank you guys for joining. Hit up the Discord if you haven't yet. And you know what? We got Supreme coming out next week. We should be back to Streetwear. The Streetwear world should be catching up with us in August. We're going to have FTP, Supreme, all that stuff. So anyways, have a good one. Take care. See you later. And bye-bye now. Yeah, bye-bye now. Like they said. There we go. Thank you. Do-do-do-do-do.